think it was like $30,000 or $40,000 a month to over $150,000 a month within the next 12 months. And it was just that idea of, oh, this is the big, hairy problem I have to solve. And so every business has a big, hairy problem. And this has just been my own experiences that, because I'm probably just a ninny or an idiot, I only learn about it once I get into it. And so as a recommendation, if you are going to enter into a new marketplace, talk to people who are in it and ask them what the hardest part of their business is. And so I'll give you two more examples of this, and then I'll transition to kind of why I think this is important overall. So a lot of people who follow me just because they're in the consulting or the coaching or the information or the education space, because I talk about that stuff a lot. Now, the thing is if you're in that space, what business do you think you're in? Now, you have to learn how to market and sell. That's any business, right? But if you want to make it big, look at the biggest consulting firms, professional service businesses in the world. What are they? You look at McKinsey, you look at Bain, you look at Ernst & Young, look at KPMG, you look at the biggest firms, accounting, you look at law, look at consulting. What are they? They're recruiting machines. And it's because they know how to attract talent, train talent, and make people more valuable, and they get the best and brightest people. And so the reason that people can't, quote, scale in these information coaching, et cetera, businesses is because they have one talented person, which is the guru, and then they hire a bunch of minions or people who are not even close to as good as that person. And then over time, what happens is it dilutes the level of service, and it's a service-based business. And so people are like, man, this thing sucks, or this guy sucks, or this business sucks. But McKinsey, Bain, BCG, EY, those are built on the principle of how do we continue to raise the bar, how do we get better, brighter, smarter people, and how do we train them better than anyone else in a faster way so we can get better returns on human capital, as in the people themselves. How do we get better returns on the humans? And so that's the fundamental arbitrage if you're in a service-based business where you sell expertise, is the return on the arbitrage between what you pay somebody and what you can charge for that person's expertise. Now, the difficulty in that business is that when you train someone and they become really exceptional, they become really smart, what do they have? They have opportunities to leave. They can take those clients with them. And so there's a reason that most of these professional service firms at scale become partnerships. They become LLPs. So you have, I become a partner at McKinsey. I become a partner at the law firm. I become a partner at the accounting firm. Because if you have a ton of very, very smart, motivated people, they eventually will leave to start their own business, or you have to show